For centuries, the Maasai people of Kenya and Tanzania have lived in harmony with their land. Strong, self-sufficient, untouched by the modern world's corruption. They do not beg, they do not complain, they endure. But today, endurance is not enough. Since 2020, 359,000 Maasai men, women, and children have perished. That's 197 deaths every single day. One Maasai life lost every 7.3 minutes. A famine that was entirely preventable. A humanitarian disaster caused not by nature, but by neglect, corruption, and outright theft. This is not just a failure of leadership, it is a crime, and it was committed by Joe Biden's administration. In 2023, the Biden administration made a promise. $127 million in emergency aid was pledged to stop the famine devastating Maasai land. It was supposed to bring food, water, and medical relief. It was supposed to save lives. But that money never arrived, not a single dollar. Instead, Biden's USAID quietly increased the amount to $150 million and diverted it to Somalia. Where did that money go? Not to starving children, not to dying mothers, and not to struggling Maasai communities. It was funneled into one of the most corrupt nations on earth, Somalia, a country where US taxpayer dollars have been used to fund warlords, terrorist networks, and government officials who drive luxury cars while their people suffer. Biden's administration knew this, and they didn't care. In February 2023, Jill Biden landed in Kenya. She stood in front of the Maasai people. She shook hands. She took photos. She smiled at the cameras. She listened as elders pleaded for help, and she saw the mass graves. She saw the skeletal children, and she saw the emaciated cattle, their ribs pressing against their skin like jagged bones. And then, she left. Nothing changed, no money arrived, no food, no medicine, no clean water. The Biden administration betrayed them. When the Maasai elders demanded answers, when they asked why their people were starving while millions in aid were being sent to corrupt African governments, USAID Administrator Samantha Power responded with words that will haunt this administration forever. Find other jobs. Other jobs? Where? In a land where there is no water, no livestock, and no economy. A land where families have herded cattle for generations, where their survival depends on the livestock now lying dead in the dust. This wasn't just ignorance. It wasn't just disrespect. It was cruelty. It was the kind of cruelty that does not come from incompetence, but from indifference. The kind of cruelty that allows 359,000 people to die without a single headline in the mainstream media. Since 2020, the Biden administration has poured over $8 billion into Somalia, Ethiopia, and Sudan. Billions that have vanished into government accounts. Billions that have gone to the hands of criminals, warlords, and dictators. Meanwhile, the Maasai get nothing. President Trump, under your leadership, America put America first. You demanded accountability in foreign aid. You exposed corruption. You made sure American dollars went where they were needed, not into the pockets of corrupt governments. But Biden has undone all of it. President Trump, we need you now. We need you to investigate what happened to the missing $150 million. We need you to hold the Biden administration accountable. We need you to demand justice for the Maasai. You were right when you said America should not be the world's piggy bank. But you were also right when you said true leaders do not turn their backs on real suffering. This is real suffering. This is genocide by neglect. When Biden's government turned its back on the Maasai, we refused to let them die. The Maasai Trust was built not by Washington bureaucrats, but by the Maasai people themselves. Every dollar donated goes directly to those in need. No government interference and no missing funds. Unlike Biden's USAID, which used taxpayer money to fund corruption, we ensure aid reaches the people who need it most. We are on the ground. We are digging wells. We are delivering food. We are providing medicine. We are doing the job the Biden's administration refused to do, but we cannot do it alone. A Maasai elder once said, "We do not ask for pity. We ask for justice. This is that moment. This is the moment where we stand up. Mr. President, we need your help. To the American people, we need your voice. Call the White House. Demand answers. Tell Congress the Maasai deserve justice. Visit themaasaitrust.org. Donate, share, take action. Every 7.5 minutes, another Maasai dies. If we do nothing, another life will be lost before this film ends. Thank you for your support.